Today's episode is called Boundaries Are the New BBL. Because, baby, we live in a world where everybody chasing the glow up, but the real glow up comes from the inside. Boundaries will snatch your peace faster than any surgeon can snatch your waist. So grab your tea, grab your journal, grab your green juice, your coffee, grab a snack, come on back. Y'all remember Wendy used to say that? I miss Wendy a little bit. It's pretty sober. Hey, y'all, hey. So let's keep it real for a second, y'all. Setting boundaries in sobriety feels like walking into the first day at a new gym. You don't know what you're doing there, but you know you're supposed to be there, right? When I first got sober, I thought all I had to do was put the drink down. But girl, no. You got to put people, places, and old ideologies down too. I wasn't too sure about that at first. You know what? So we having real talk. We gonna start soon. Well, we gonna get into it right away, right? So I think when I first got sober, I was just so happy. Not even happy. I was just so grateful. That's the word. I was just so grateful that people were still willing to go on this journey with me. Like, that there were still people around. So I was still very much so grasping to whomever still was there after I told them that, like, hey, this is what we're doing. This is the plan. This is how this is happening with me. I didn't even know who I was about to turn into. I still don't know who I'm about to turn into or what I'm turning into or what this thing is. Like, one thing I do know for sure is that I'm learning, literally in real time. I'm learning everybody can go, and who fit the old version of me may not fit this new version of me, even if they were there for the old version of me. Because this new version of me, you are not going to understand if you're used to that old version of me. If that old version of me always depended on you and you were used to being in a certain space with me and that was your role and your purpose, so either way, we both may have felt that it was your role and your purpose in my life. Then this new version of me where you don't really know me, I don't really know me, you know, it's really a mind fuck. It's like, it's a real mind fuck because you actually have to, like, reconcile with that. You have to reconcile that nothing happened, but we just not the same people. And when people say, like, you grow out of something or we just grew apart, literally. I literally was telling my friend before I got to this point specifically in time, I was telling her, like, I didn't know what was going on with me, and I felt my soul growing out of my body. And I'm like, it just feels so massive. Like, my physical is here, but my soul is growing into it's like, what is it? It's like the Hulk. When the Hulk starts to bust out of, like, his body, that's how my soul feels. I don't know if it makes sense to anybody else, because I don't know anybody else who has ever been this transparent about, like, a spiritual growth or a transition or a change. Like, but for me, I know it feels like it's overwhelming. And I was trying to express that to her, like, it's super overwhelming. I don't know how to explain that I'm becoming a totally different person, and I can literally feel it. I can't see it yet, and that has a whole lot to do with like body dysmorphia, imposter syndrome, those types of things. But I can feel it, and I can't explain a feeling that nobody else can explain. This is gonna wrap back up into it. I got my notes right here, so this is gonna wrap back up into boundaries. Like, so let me just catch my place where I was at. You got to put people, places, and patterns down too. Because some of the same things that fed your old habits will starve your healing. So, like I said, for that time and that person that I was, people, places, and things served its purpose for me. But now in this new space, in this new season, I keep calling it a restructuring because I feel all of my relationships out of whack. And if y'all can remember, the first thing I said when I wanted to get sober was I wanted to work on relationships, and I wanted to fix like the relationships that were important to me. Even that's out of whack now too. Like those relationships are out of whack. And it's really because I don't know who I am. But I'm seeing things clear for what they are. And I'm actually approaching things in a clear mind. A very clear, unmasked mind on my side. So I'm still seeing everybody else's masks. And the sober me, the sober, spiritual, enlightened me, it's not, it don't feel comfortable and it don't feel good. And I don't like that. I don't like it. So I'm like, okay, maybe these relationships are being restructured. And I feel like that's also a nice way of me being delusional, thinking that I can still hold on to some shit when I actually should be releasing it. We'll get to that later because we're talking boundaries. And I know that the boundaries I didn't set for the foundation of said relationships are now the reason that I'm here now. So setting new boundaries is going to be uncomfortable for everybody involved. Because they don't make sense, right? Because how all of a sudden do you get boundaries? Like, you ain't never complained about this before. Like, what you talking about? You ain't never said nothing about this before. Where this come from? I understand. I totally understand. But everybody don't understand. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So, boundaries aren't about cutting people off. They are about keeping your peace on, though. And you got to set the boundaries early in sobriety. Because the longer you wait, like I said, it invites more chaos. Don't nobody know what's going on. They're trying to figure out, like, where this came from. When all of a sudden did you start caring about this? Or when did you not care about this? Or, oh, I didn't know you didn't like that. You never said anything about it. Because I never had a freaking boundary. That's why. Also, creating boundaries and being a people pleaser doesn't actually work. And so to try to hold, because this thing of sobriety, it's a real full moon outside, and I'm just like, it's beautiful too. Because this thing of sobriety is new, and in sobriety, there's a lot of, you can feel, one, you're going to feel a lot, but it can be a lot of grief and loss. And you don't want to keep losing things. So you people please to the people who are still there. Knowing damn well you should actually be saying no because you don't enjoy certain things. You don't like certain things. You're not interested in certain things. But you so damn worried about these people leaving you that you won't even set the boundary of, yeah, dog, that's not for me. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't think so. Like, I love that for you, but that's not for me. Or, you're free to do that, but you got to do it over there. You can't do it over here with me. And when I tell you I'm currently being tasked with that order, just know, yeah, it sucks. It sucks having to like actually figure out if it's time to release or if it's time to restructure. It's a very hard task, but got to do it. So I think one of the points I was trying to make is that the people who really love you and who truly are there for you, they will adjust to this new person that you becoming, because they have to understand that this new person is even new to you. So if they were attracted to the old you because of lack of boundaries, because of lack of self-respect, they're not going to go with you. They're just not. If you're not feeding their ego and you're not doing something for what they need out of you, they're just not going to go with you. And everybody in the situation is going to have to understand that for your better good, some things just have to be left done and loved from afar. So if you just newly on your pretty sober journey, start practicing your no right now. My thing is that it's not necessarily lacking boundaries with others. One of my things for sure is lacking boundaries with myself. Like, it's really not about everybody else. And somehow people will make your sobriety journey be about them, when really it has nothing to do with anybody else. Like, we can say we're getting sober for everybody else in the world. We can say like, hey, I'm getting sober for my kids. I'm getting sober for my husband. I'm getting sober because I don't want like XYZ to leave me. We can say that, but actually we're getting sober for ourselves. I have always been a person which either, it depends on who you are. Y'all, my skin is so freaking oily. People will call it dewy. And I guess that's a good way to look at it. But I swear to God, I always feel like I look wet. Like, I mean, y'all know what I mean. Not like that nasties. I mean, like, I look moist. Like, all the time. Like, but the rest of my skin is not like that. It's just my face all the time. But anywho, sorry y'all. Tangent, because we know I run on those. But boundaries, I lack boundaries with myself. So that's to say, I'm finding that because I was such a people pleaser, I would agree to things and do things just because I'm the get along gang. So, you know, it's pretty much whatever you want to do. Like, I'm cool with it because I really do. I kind of be cool. I do be cool with it, but it don't really be my thing. It's like, that's your thing. But I'll go along if that's what you want to do. Like, if you want to freaking skip rocks on the beach, I probably would like that. Let me think of something I'm not too interested in. I mean, it's just some stuff I'm not very interested in, but I will partake in it because I mess with you, and sometimes I can make myself be a slave to my loyalty to people. So I'll do it, and then now you're thinking that, oh, this is something you enjoy. So now all the time when you do it, you're asking me like to join and do it. Or it could be an ideology that somebody has that I really love or I really mess with. And you know, I won't really say like, I don't mess with that, like that's not my thing. Or I will say like, it's not my thing, but I'll still go along with you because this is your thing and I don't want you to be uncomfortable and I don't want you to feel like you can't be yourself. So, you know, I'll just be like, cool, we can do it, whatever. What I'm learning now is that's lack of boundaries with myself. And If I don't fuck with it, I should be able to be like, I don't fuck with that and I don't want to do it. And that should be okay to anybody that really messes with me. Like, or anybody that really loves me. If there's a thing that you want to do, or there's a thing you into, and I don't agree and I don't like it, that shouldn't determine like how we deal with each other. You know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to find that I did a lot of like, okay, I'll do that because you like it type thing, even though I didn't really enjoy it. And I would just be like there to hang, I guess. I don't know. Or to support. Like, I'm just there to support, but this not really my thing. This your thing. Cool. You know what I mean? Like, so that was my lack of boundaries with myself, knowing I don't fuck with something, but still doing it out of a people-pleasing aspect of something, or... And that's why I can't, where I am right now, I can't be upset with anybody about any decision that I've previously made when I wasn't sober, or in the beginning of my sobriety before I found any type of clarity or real, actually what I like, being able to speak into like what I like and who I am, and taking all the bullshit and the filters and the masks off. Like, I can't be mad at nobody, because that was lack of boundaries with me, which then created lack of boundaries with them, because now they think that that's what this is, but it ain't that. And so now it seems like I'm acting brand new if I'm saying like, this ain't that, I don't want to do that. But I also feel like I got the right to change my mind. And honestly, it's not really me changing my mind. It's just me speaking up because I ain't had boundaries before for myself. So, yeah, I'm pretty much at that point right now. Like, this week has been, it's been very, very stressful. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've had a stressful week. But not stressful enough for me to want to drink. It actually pushed me into the opposite, definitely all the way on the opposite spectrum. Me drinking at this point, because my week is stressful, wouldn't do anything but cause me to probably, that would probably be my 13th reason. If I picked up another drink, it would be my 13th reason, because the way my emotions have been so... Okay, so I'm dealing with a situation where somebody did something to me. But I need to talk to this person about what they did to me. And so we decided that we would talk about it. But they busy or whatever. But I believe they're faking busy. I don't believe they faking busy. They probably are really busy. But it's kind of, what I need to talk about is important. And I know for myself that I can make myself... Who's that? Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at my computer. I can heighten the situation and make it of importance, but this is really important. So I'm trying to explain to this person that, like, yeah, we probably need to talk. My first thought, though, was I didn't want to talk to this person, even though they did something to me, and I found out that they did it to me. And my first initial thought was, okay, don't say nothing about it, because you don't want to hurt this person's ego. Although you didn't do anything to this person. This person did something to you. And then I was like, well, maybe I'm embarrassed that I allowed it to be done to me. Maybe I'm embarrassed that I allowed it to be done to me, so I'm not even going to mention it to this person that I know about this thing that they did. So I wasn't even going to say anything. But then we went back to, oh no, babe, this is where you're lacking boundaries at. Because you know you didn't do shit to this person. You know for a fact this person did something to you. This is your lack of boundaries. So there's no way in the world that you can get upset with this person for doing this certain thing to you because you didn't have no boundaries. You didn't even give this person any boundaries to not do this to you. You just assume that people would treat you like you treat them. Or that people would move like you move. And they not moving like you move. And that's really bothering you. But they're not moving like you move because you're lacking boundaries, babe. You're lacking the boundaries that you should have already set in place. But because you were people pleasing, you didn't set those boundaries in place. And now there's pie in your face. And now you have to say something. And you have a lot of anxiety around this situation because it shouldn't even have to be this much. It's too much. It's a lot. It's a lot. So that's where I am this week. I did just want to let y'all know what was going on. It's not a man down situation. I've been using that lately, a man down situation. Y'all ever watch Keisha Cole reality show? Her mama Frankie used to always talk about a man down. It's a man down situation. Yeah, it's not a man down situation, but I've been having a lot of spiritual downloads, and spiritual downloads are scary. If you are a spiritual person and you know that your spiritual portal is open and you are receptive to receive, it can be really, really scary. It can be scary. And the more clarity I receive, it seems like the more clarity I receive and the more I speak to my ancestors and the more I pray in my prayer closet and the more I give my offerings and I'm writing and I'm just releasing, the more I'm doing all of this spiritual work, the more shit keeps coming. And the crazy thing is that I know that they say, be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it, right? So sometimes I'll pray for things like, and I feel like I'm all off on the topic of boundaries, but I know y'all see where I'm getting. Like, boundaries, literally, they will save your life. You have to do them. If you are looking to change anything, you have to set boundaries with people, especially your children. The grown children, especially. The teenagers, especially. The little babies, be gentle parenting. But you have to set those boundaries to let people know what they can and cannot do to you, what you will and won't accept. And I do have a little story after I think I was getting somewhere about be careful what you ask for. So the more that you pray, you know how you pray for like, you pray that, I got all the way off topic. I know y'all like hearing me rant like this because y'all not doing nothing but cleaning up something or doing your work or something and just listening to me go on and on and on. But this like being on FaceTime with me. So, hey girl, hey. No, but, so praying for like clarity or praying. One thing God gonna do for me, I pray to God to protect me from my enemies, remove anybody from my life who no longer serves their purpose, gently remove them with love and peace, happiness, love and light. And I definitely mean that. I never want anybody to walk away from me and feel like I've like depleted their energy at all. I want them to be able to leave with some type of clarity or be able to exit my life with an understanding that this was a mutual spiritual exchange. Okay? That doesn't always work, but when I ask God to remove, he come through on the Rico. He come through on the sweep. He sweep all that shit. So I have these periods of loneliness like, what the fuck just happened? But I literally will pray for God to remove what's not serving me. And then if they need to come back, I ask for them to come back after lesson is learned. If not, you know, we make our peace with each other. But sometimes I got to be like, hey, God, ease up. Gently remove this one. Like, slowly pull this one out of my life. Because I don't know if I can take a full-blown exit. That's me, again, negotiating with God like I usually do. Like I negotiate with that size 14, knowing that I'm a 16. One thing I'm going to do is negotiate with some pants. Not no jeans, though, because they don't be giving enough stretch. I did want to tell a story about boundaries. Another quick little story because, and then we're going to get into the pretty sober solutions, the beauty solutions for the week. So I want to tell this quick story, and this just happened actually. There is, I have a coworker at work, and it was a newer coworker that started working, and you know, we started talking a little, because the story is so unnecessary, and it's just like, you know, I'm gonna give you a story time. So I'm not the person at work who gets really personal with people. Like I'm extremely cordial. Hey y'all, good morning. How everybody doing? We might talk about your dogs, your cats, your kids a little bit. Not a whole bunch. I'm not asking a bunch of questions about Ray Ray and Tashima or your husband and your family life. I'm not. And you probably got a couple times to ask me a few probing questions. I'm going to tell you, like, what I want you to know or whatnot. But it's stuff that you could probably find on the internet if you look me up enough. So I'm very surface. And I'm mostly surface with most people because I'm a very extremely private person. Not that I'm a secretive person. I'm just private. I don't like... I feel like most people, and this is probably a me thing, probably has nothing to do with everybody else, but I feel like most people are just looking for tea anyway. Most people are looking to find something in your life that makes them feel better about whatever's going on in their life, or whatever they feel like they can carry back to their friends about you. Looking for a little salaciousness, some gossip. So, you know, y'all can have whatever surface stuff. I'm not hiding nothing from nobody, but also it ain't your goddamn business. I don't want to know your business. You really don't need to know mine. But that's why I have a podcast. If you really want to know my business, stay tuned and send your friends, and then y'all can take notes on it, and y'all can figure out what's going on. I'm an alcoholic. I'm sober now. But been sober, y'all can take that tea. But if you're looking for anything else, I ain't got too much for you. I'm the type of person. I'll be in a whole relationship. You'll never know. I'll be married. You'll never know. I don't know if I can hide the kids because, you know, I love the kids. I can hide the kids, actually, because I don't really post my kids a lot on social media either because it's my social media. Like, they have their own. You don't need to know my business. You just want to know my business, nosy. I'm the type of person at work who, like, we don't need to get into particulars, whatever. On lunch, I'm doing lunch by myself. I barely will go in for, if y'all going to get something for lunch, I really don't need to order with y'all, that type of thing. I'm not that big on that type of stuff because that type of stuff brings conflict with people. And I'm just not interested in getting in no conflicts at work with nobody because this is work. I come here to make money and I go home. That's pretty much the end of it. And I don't mean that to mean like I'm better than nobody, even though I'm sure there's differing opinions at work. Although I don't talk to nobody. So, once again, another tangent. But, so a new girl started there. Cool girl. So she's very social. She's a social girl. So she kept doing like the lunch thing. Hey, you want to go to lunch? Y'all want to go to lunch? No, come pick me. I'm going to get such and such for lunch. Y'all come in. And I'll be like, nah, y'all could just order me something. And I'm usually the order me some type of girl. If I'm going to get something from wherever y'all going, order me something and then just bring it back to the office and I'll eat by myself because I like to do that also. I don't like to eat with people. One, because I feel like eating a meal with somebody is very intimate. Everything don't really have to be as deep as I make it. But for me, it's really that deep. Stuff really do be that fucking deep for me. But I don't be wanting to pull everybody else into my deepness, right? I feel like breaking bread with people is really a thing. And I don't want to break bread with everybody. So I also feel like I look really cute today. I look kind of cute. Hey! Okay. All right. I just been talking. All right. So I do feel like breaking bread with people is a thing. I don't want to break bread with everybody. So I don't do the lunch thing with everybody. I don't do the dinner thing with everybody. And another thing, the other reason I don't eat with everybody either, I eat slow as fuck and I'm irritating. You'll be done with your meal 3 times before I finish my first meal. Like, I really do eat slow as fuck. I don't know why. I've always ate slow since I've been a kid. I just eat extremely slow. I remember one of my nieces said that to me. She was like, TT, you eat slow. And I didn't know nobody else noticed. And I really didn't notice until she said something. And she's like, TT, you eat real slow. Like, you just be taking your time. I really don't know why. I don't know where I got that from, but that's another reason I don't eat with people, because by the time y'all done, or by the time y'all be way done before I'm ever done, and then I feel like I have to hurry up because now I'm making y'all like sit around because I'm eating. And yeah, it's never been a thing of mine. I feel like my best friend might have been the only person who understood that. I don't even know if she understood, to be honest, but I felt like she kind of knew that I ate slow, and she tolerated it. But, so this particular time, one time we go to the grocery store, me, her, and another one of the girls on our team goes to the grocery store, gets some food for lunch. Okay, that was cool. That was the first time. Second time, me, her, and another couple of girls go to a restaurant and get some food. Now, at this particular time at this restaurant, like, there was this thing, she wanted to get these reward points. So she was putting her number in for everybody. I did not care because I never planned to go to the restaurant again. Like, that wasn't my thing. That restaurant in particular was not my thing, and I knew I wasn't going to go on that side of town but she was like, I eat here all the time. I didn't care nothing about giving that girl the points. So put her number in. What ended up happening, though, put her number in, but I paid with my tap to pay. So I paid with my Apple Pay. Is it the Apple Pay or the wallet or whatever? I did my tap to pay. Tap to pay automatically put it to my number, right? Okay. So I end up getting like her points on my phone because I did the tap to pay. But I noticed that when I did the tap to pay, the text went to her phone. And so he was like, why that just happened? We didn't know. They couldn't tell us. All right, cool. So that was never figured out while we were there at the restaurant at that time. The next week, they doubled back and wanted to go to the restaurant again. Now, mind you, she's cool. So I'm like, well, this situation has been cool. She put me in a group chat with another girl. She don't know me yet, so she don't know I don't do like group chats. I don't do text message group chats. But also I didn't have no boundaries. So I didn't tell her I don't do group chat. I just stayed in there because I don't want to look a certain way to this new girl. Right? I'm playing nice. I don't want to look a certain way. So I let my boundaries down, didn't have my boundaries up. So I didn't tell her. Like, I don't do group chats. All my people can tell you, I don't really fuck with group chats. Like, that's not my thing. The group chats are not my thing unless it was with my daughters. And then even they know that mom's gonna exit sometime soon because, like, what is we talking about? And they be ignoring me in the group chats already. They put me in the group chat to ignore me. It be your own fucking kids. But anyway, so I don't really do group chats. I don't like the several notifications about nothing. My social battery just don't be up for it. So she didn't know that. I'm in a group chat with her and another one of the girls on my team. The other girl didn't even, I don't believe, really care for me before this other girl came. So I'm already kind of scared. I'm already side-eyeing people because people know how, if you know how I am. I'm already like, I don't know about you, energies and stuff. So this third time we go to the restaurant, do the same thing with the rewards. I pay with my tap to pay. So they like, you have a free item. You can get a free item. So I get the free item because I thought I had enough points to, I've been to this restaurant twice. So I don't know how your point system work. I don't know. So I pay before she pays. The text end up going to her phone. And she like, why did text come to my phone again? And I'm like, I don't know. Because I really didn't know. I didn't go in and search like what number it was linked to, So then she goes to pay for her stuff. And she's trying to get her free item. Because she like, I come here all the time. I know I got a free item, So then it says she don't have no points. She don't have no points because I just took all her points. Because the link, however it's linked up, it was linked up the wrong way. I really didn't even need the free points. I just knew I wasn't going there no more. And I wanted to try the free stuff. I wanted to try to get the free stuff that it said I had. But I didn't know nothing about the points. I put 2 and 2 together when she's paying for her stuff. So now she arguing with the girl across the counter. And I'm putting 2 and 2 together. Now I'm going in and I'm investigating. And it's saying that my number is linked to this thing. And I'm trying to tell her, well, when I did the tap to pay from the first time when I put your number in, it's saying your number is linked to my tap to pay, which is not supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell her this. So she telling me to be quiet. No, don't talk to me right now. I'm trying to figure this out. And I'm like, I'm trying to tell you what's going on. And so now she's staring off she acting like I'm not talking to her. Because she already told me to be quiet. So she acting like I'm not talking to her. And she's looking off into space. And I'm like, hold up. Don't do that to me. I'm trying to tell you what's going on. No, I need time to process. For me, I felt like it was so disrespectful. And it was just so immature to me. And that's not how I communicate. And that's not how I get down with people I talk to. So I just felt like she was being extremely disrespectful. I said, cool. I was like, all right, cool. I walk out the restaurant and go to the car because I'm through here. I already paid for my food. You can figure out and keep arguing with the lady about some shit that I already figured out and I'm trying to tell you about. Also, if they could have rectified it then and there, then we could have got it done. But you're being immature in this moment. So I'm standing out there. I'm waiting for them to come out the restaurant. So she come out. Now she trying to talk to me. I really don't. It ain't nothing that we need to talk about at this point. Because I tried to fix the situation in the inside. I tried to give her the $5 back, which was the reward points. I was going to give her for whatever that was paid for. I was going to give her the money back. And she like, well, I'm sorry that you felt like I disrespected you. You can also keep your apology because that's not an apology. That's a backhanded apology. And no, thank you. All I'm saying is that I was trying to talk to you and I feel like it was disrespectful. And my boundary, this is what I'm telling her. My boundary for you You can't talk to me like that. Like, you can't treat me like that. You can't tell me to be quiet while I'm trying to talk to you, and you can't act like I'm not talking to you. Well, I need time to process. That's just how I process things. That's fine that you do that. And I'm okay with that. You can do all of that over there. But my boundary, you can't do that with me. So we done with it. I'm done with it. Because I'm cool. I'm cool on you. I'm cool on these lunch visits. I'm cool on all of this. And I'm telling her, like, she's still talking in the car. Now she got an audience. So now the other girls are with us too. We on our way back to work. So now she got an audience in the car and they talking about it or whatever. I'm still being quiet because this is how I work. Once I'm done with it, I'm done with it. There's no emotional stake. And people be wanting me to be so mad and so emotional. I don't. I'm just passionate when I'm passionate. Once I'm done with it, I'm done with it. So I was done with it. This is never happening again. I already told her. I told her. That's what I said. This is never happening again. I don't do this. And they know. I'm like telling the women in the car, like, y'all know I don't do this. Y'all know I'm not friendly. I don't talk. I already don't do this. So I'm not upset with you. I was just upset with me. Because I know I don't do this. And I'm always going against what I do to people please for other people. And this is what happens. And this is exactly why I don't do it. But that's my story of boundaries. Also, she don't fuck with me no more. Which I'm also cool with. Because once you set a boundary, you do have to understand that everybody ain't going to understand it. And everybody ain't going to fuck with it. And then they might not fuck with you no more. And that's totally fine. I don't have nothing against the girl. I'm not mad at her or nothing. My boundary don't work for you. Cool. It's still my boundary. And it's still going to stay there. And if you ever want to talk to me again, you just know that you can't do that. And now I'm on guard if I talk to you because I don't want that to happen. Because I don't want to beef with you. I don't want to beef with nobody. But that's my boundary. So I felt good about setting my boundary. And her not talking to me, I felt good. I felt even better. I felt even better that I didn't feel like I needed to go vindicate nothing and be like, yeah, but that's just how I feel about. Absolutely not. Too bad. So sad. But that was my story about boundaries. So now we're going to get into the pretty sober beauty solution for this week, guys. All right, y'all. It's time for the pretty sober beauty solution. Because recovery ain't just about what you put down. It's about what you pour back into yourself. This is where we mix a little glow up with a little healing so you can shine on the outside and the inside. Let's get into it. So now let's get into this week's pretty sober solution because I'm about to make it all make sense. Shapewear might not be trending like it used to, but baby, it still matters. It keeps things aligned so your outfit can shine. And that's exactly what sobriety and boundaries do for your spirit. Think of it as like spiritual shapewear, right? They hold together. They hold you together when life starts pulling you apart. They keep your energy tight and your peace lifted. And yeah, sometimes it's uncomfortable. Most times it's uncomfortable. Just like wearing shapewear. You might want to take it off and breathe, but over time, the structure builds strength. It teaches you how to stand tall, how to show up grounded, and how to move through life supported. And if you ever waist trained, you know what I'm talking about. That waist trainer, that corset is a doozy, but it keep you snatched. It keeps you in pocket. It keeps you in place. And because comfort don't build character, consistency does. The foundation might not be sexy, but it's the reason the look holds up when the spotlight hits. So don't skip the foundation, baby. Whether it's sobriety, prayer, therapy, journaling, that's your shapewear for your soul. But also keep your shapewear for your jeans. Make that booty nice and tight and fat. Waist in, booty out. Keep it zipped up and in place because your peace depends on it. All right, so that was the pretty sober beauty solution of the week, guys. And with that, we're going to go right into dropping gems. All right, y'all. It's that time, dropping gems. Basically, this is me sliding your DMs with some unsolicited advice, except this time, you actually gonna need it. And hopefully you use it. All right, so listen close, because I'm about to put you on some game that your mama probably ain't never taught you, but hopefully I'm gonna teach you better. All right, let's get into it. The gem that I'm gonna drop on y'all today is about being uncomfortable in sobriety. All right, so because I know somebody needs to hear this one. Being uncomfortable in sobriety is normal. Like, for real, like truly normal. You learning to exist without your old escape route. Good old alcohol. That's gonna feel awkward. It's like taking off the filters, taking off the masks. You start seeing life, people, and even yourself exactly how you are and exactly as they are. Raw, honest, and real. In the beginning, it might feel lonely. You'll question who you are without the drinks, the chaos, or the distractions. But for real, that's not emptiness. That's clarity. So here's the gem. The gem, G-E-M. Discomfort is the rent you pay for your new life. Every awkward moment, every lonely night, every boundary you have to reinforce, it's all part of the cost of peace. Sobriety stretches you, but it also reveals you. It's the most uncomfortable kind of beautiful because it's real. And once you settle into it, that discomfort turns into power. You stop chasing vibes and start protecting your energy. And I promise that is the best boundary you can ever create for yourself. Stop chasing the vibe. Start protecting your energy. All right? So y'all know how we do it. We always gonna leave with a closing prayer. And today I got a good one for y'all. I made up a good one for y'all. Okay, so let's close out with this little prayer. You can breathe in and release and repeat after me. God, thank you for the strength to stand on solid ground, even when it feels shaky. Thank you for teaching us that boundaries aren't walls, they're doors that lead to peace. Help us stay rooted in our sobriety and trust that the structure you've built in us is strong enough to hold our healing. When we feel uncomfortable, remind us that growth is just stretching us toward the version of ourselves that you already see. In your holy name, we pray. Amen. All right, besties, that's all for today's episode. I can't wait to see y'all back here next week. Remember that boundaries are the new BBL. So right now, hold off on that appointment scheduling for Dr. Miami. Hold off on applying for that care credit financing. All you need to do right now is set that boundary of saying no to one person. Set up one boundary for the week. That's your homework for this week. Remember, saying no, it's not being mean. It's maintenance. Boundaries are what keep your peace snatched, your energy sacred, and your glow real. That dewy glow. It's what keep it real. I ain't got on no filters. I ain't got on nothing. Well, I got a little makeup. I got some makeup on. But I ain't got on no filters. We got that dewy glow. But I've been setting my boundaries. Keep building that foundation. Stay pretty. Stay sober. And most importantly, stay true to yourself. Until next time, it's your girl signing off. Reminding you that the real flex is peace. See y'all back next week, same time. Because around here, we not just sober, we pretty sober. Peace, y'all.